Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
The Arecibo Observatory at Puerto Rico has finally collapsed this week after several weeks of concern about its imminent collapse from the scientific community. After half a century of operation, which included historic contributions to astronomy, the telescope is now finally shut down. In this video, let's take a look at the history of Arecibo Observatory, its notable contributions, and how it collapsed. My name is Sandhya Ramesh and this is Pure Science. The Arecibo Observatory is located in Arecibo in Puerto Rico. It's American and is owned by the National Science Foundation, which also funds it. The telescope itself, which was constructed in 1963, consists of 1,000 feet spherical reflector dish that is sunk into the ground. 150 meters above it was suspended a steerable platform which contained radar transmitters and receivers. This platform was held up by cables and weighs around 820,000 kilos. There was also a radio telescope and LiDAR or laser imaging detection and ranging facility as a part of the observatory. When it was built, it was the world's largest single aperture telescope. It in fact continued to be the world's largest single aperture telescope up until the year 2016 when China built their FAST telescope. The Arecibo dish was interestingly built into a naturally occurring sinkhole, and it consisted of over 38,000 individual aluminium panels that was supported by steel cables. The telescope was used mainly for radio astronomy and for detecting near-Earth objects, but has been used for a wide variety of purposes and discoveries. The dish was stationary, but the receivers and transmitters were moved to different focal points of the telescope for it to observe various parts of the sky. The telescope itself was originally built to study the ionosphere in conjunction with also functioning as a scientific radio observatory. Many notable findings were made using the Arecibo telescope. In 1964, immediately after it began operating, it was used to determine that the rotation rate of Mercury was not 88 days as previously thought, but was instead actually just a mere 59 days. Then there were a number of pulsar-related discoveries. Pulsars, as most of us know, are rotating neutron stars which are left behind after a very massive star dies. Pulsars emit pulses of radiation at regular intervals ranging from seconds to milliseconds. They also have strong magnetic fields which can funnel jets from two poles. Arecibo first helped discover the Crab pulsar in 1968, which ultimately was the first evidence of the existence of neutron stars. In 1974, astronomers used the Arecibo telescope to discover the first binary pulsar, for which they were even awarded the Nobel Prize. In 1982, the first millisecond pulsar was discovered. In 1980, Arecibo performed the first radar observation ever of a comet, and in 1989, it imaged an asteroid directly for the first ever time in history. In 1990, it discovered a special pulsar which then turned out to have 3 planets, the very first exoplanets that we discovered, although the planets themselves were not discovered through Arecibo. The telescope has also helped detect and map fast radio bursts all around us. Arecibo has also helped us in our unsuccessful hunt for aliens. Everyone knows SETI, the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence program, which scans the skies for transmissions that we can receive. There's a counterpart called METI, which is Messaging to Extraterrestrial Intelligence, where transmissions are sent towards certain destinations in the sky. There's a lot of debate about whether it is safe or not to send transmissions from Earth to random destinations around the universe, but in 1974, Arecibo was used to send out the Arecibo message towards the cluster M13, which is about 25,000 light years from Earth. The bit pattern of this message included numbers, chemical formulas, stick figures, and things like that, and was designed by astrophysics stalwarts like Frank Drake and Carl Sagan. Arecibo also took place in military intelligence operations. Post the Cold War, it detected Soviet radar facilities by detecting their radar signals reflecting and bouncing off the moon. It is also featured in several films such as Contact, of course, but also the James Bond film GoldenEye. The telescope enjoyed a cult status in astronomical society, and its contributions to the community were never ending. However, since 2006, the National Science Foundation had started to reduce funding for the telescope. In 2017, when Hurricane Maria hit, it was damaged in the hurricane. And then it was also affected by earthquakes in 2019 and 2020. Later in August of this year, one of the supporting cables for the suspended platform broke off and fell into the dish. It was not a major cable, but the dish had to be repaired. Before it could be repaired, however, another major cable broke off, this time from one of the 3 towers that holds up the platform. This immediately threatened the integrity of the whole structure, and in the past couple of weeks, everyone was worried about the whole equipment falling into the dish. So, the National Science Foundation decided to decommission and dismantle the telescope, because now the threat of collapse made even the repair work very dangerous and risky. But before they could begin the process of dismantling the telescope, many critical support cables suffered failures, all of them likely from corrosion from ongoing hurricanes, among other things. The whole thing fell in this week, completely destroying the dish. The destruction and loss of the Arecibo telescope is not just a blow to Puerto Rico, where it was a symbol of pride and tourism, but also to the scientific and astronomy community, where its loss will be mourned heavily.